Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, hey folks, Sampler V, Series V's I've been doing for the while. We go over there, try out food and drink items. Eat stuff, I drink stuff. And folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that at the time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. This one seems almost a little bit too fancy for this particular show. But anyway. It's super simple format, folks. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items. I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing so, I might perspire because I am inside my truck and it's hot. But, I'm doing what I can. I'm trying to keep the sweat inside. But unfortunately, my efforts to that effect so far have proved unfruitful. So, I am inside my truck. Whilst I'm inside my truck, I'm doing something else. I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, why I wear super cool shirts? I like to highlight super cool shirt. Super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my Aqua Teen Hunger Force shirt. With my I don't need no instructions to know how to rock shirt. I love this shirt, but there's a caveat. They used the wrong picture of Carl for this. Now it works perfectly because he's got, the long hair and the guitar, but that's actually from a different episode. This particular episode was when he went over there. He had this magical foreigner belt, and it was a whole thing, and I wish that they'd used that particular picture of him, but I get why they went with this one. It's always been a bit of a craw on my side, but I do still like it. Craw on my side, that's not a phrase. Anyway, what am I trying for y'all, folks? What are we doing? Why is it too fancy? Well, it almost would be if I hadn't got it from the dollar store. It is, boom, Martinelli's Pear Cider. It's all very fancy looking. That doesn't look like a thing that a person like me should be reviewing on an internet show. But yeah, no, I got it at a fucking dollar store. And I was like, cool, man. I like ciders. I actually really like ciders. And mind you, I just want to emphasize this. When I'm talking about ciders, I'm talking about like American ciders. Because I know in the UK and other parts of Europe, cider is pretty much alcoholic. That's what they have as ciders. We do have alcoholic ciders here too, but typically when we're talking about ciders, we're talking about the non-alcoholic stuff. That's the case with this. And I love pears, so I was just like, cool, man, pear cider. I've never had that before, so let's give it a go. Let's figure out how the fuck to... Oh, it's got an opening thing. Okay, cool. That makes my life easier. And it's got a thing. But do you twist, or do I need the thing? Nope. No, you twist. All right. Ooh. Yeah, that definitely has a strong cider smell to it, which if you're unfamiliar, apple cider compared to apple juice, it has a very strong scent to it. Obviously this is a pear cider, so it's certainly different, but let's give it a go. Ooh. That is very different from an apple cider. Yeah. And I'm a little bit surprised by that because, apples and pears are pretty closely related. You can go over there, I know a lot of things, for instance, Snapple Apple, which I fucking love. It's fantastic. They actually use pear juice in there to, increase the apple flavor. So, I'm a little bit surprised that it is as distinct as it is. It's got some carbonation to it, which I like. It's nice. It has a crispness to it. It's very clean tasting. It's got a little bit of a sour bite at the end, which I like. It creates a contrast against the rest of it, which ciders typically, they're strong in flavor. They're not usually as sweet as juices. But they do have a punchy flavor. It's part of the reason why I like them so much. I like them. That's really good. But the only point of contention I kind of have with it is that, and to be fair, it works the same way even with an apple cider or something like that. It's not the most evocative of the fruit that it's made from. Just let me see. Contains no alcohol. Yeah, I knew that. Carbonated water. Pasteurized. No natural flavor. Oh, no, natural flavors. Concentrated pear juice. I will say, I wish that the concentrated pear juice was further up the list on the ingredients, because it's literally like behind apple juice and like, yeah. So, that's definitely my biggest critique. I think it could taste more pear-like. Now that said, pear juice isn't like a typical juice. It's not a thing that you just usually get out at the store. Usually it's blended with something. So, but it is good. I do enjoy it. And to be fair, there is a pear aspect to it. Like, I don't want to say there's no pear taste to it at all. It does have a nice little pear kind of bite at the very beginning. And then it kind of maneuvers down. You get the carbonation going and everything. And then you get that, like I said, you get that little, like the sour notes at the end and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, you know. Yeah, okay. And I do like how they went over there and basically it seems like they pretty much base it off an apple cider, but then we're just like, pear stuff. I do think it could taste more pear-tastic, but I do like it overall. It's tasty, it's refreshing. Like I said, I appreciate the carbonation, the sour notes, got a little bit of a crispness to it, and it has like a nice refreshing aspect to it. For myself personally, being that I am a bit of a cider connoisseur whenever I can be, although I'm also a cider slut, I will just drink pretty much any goddamn apple cider. I really have to kind of, because it's the first time having pear cider, I have to kind of compare it against like apple ciders. And is this as good as apple cider? No, but it's nice to have as an alternative, I would say. And I will say I think it's better than like some apple ciders I've had, like the ones that, you know, maybe aren't the best. I do appreciate what they did with it. But two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes and yes. I don't know how much I paid for it. I mean, it's at the dollar store, so you'd like to think it was a buck, but, you know, dollar stores, not everything's a buck anymore. In fact, most things aren't. But it couldn't have been very much for what it was. And the fact that I could get it at a dollar store was actually kind of fun. And I mean, yeah, man, I like it. Like, I could see going over there. You know, I don't hit up the dollar store that often, but every now and again, I could see going over there and snagging one on my way out. You know, just, like I said, just have a nice little refreshing pear treat for myself. I like it. I think overall it's a nice little drink. And as for recommending it, I mean, yeah, if you enjoy ciders, there's no reason really not to. It's, you know, somewhat similar to an apple cider and some of the things that it does flavor-wise. Even if you're not that big of a pear person, I don't know that I've ever met anybody who's particularly against pears, but I'm sure they exist. It's like I said, the pear flavor is there, but I guess that's the one critique that I would say if I was recommending it to somebody. Just be aware you're not getting like a punch of pear flavor. You know, you're getting some pear flavor and then kind of a generalized cider flavor. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here, folks. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month. Spend this rest of your folks. You can go over there, have yourselves a truly cider-tastic rest of your life, because god damn it, I can't wait for fucking for fall to hit and cider season. It's wonderful, and then I'm not sweaty all the time in the car. I hate being sweaty. But anyway, final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in your world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But you can do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me, I know it. I live it every single day. Life can be frustrating and stressful and hot and sweaty and bullshit. And I hate the sun and I hate the summer so much. I don't like it, folks. I don't. My supervisor loves this shit. Lives in it. Loves it. But it's okay, because I get him back when it gets cold. Because when it gets cold, that's Brandon Wenzel weather. And he's just like, brrr. I'm like, ha 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 ha. But anyway, Very final thing, folks. Oh, wait. Blah, blah, blah. It's important when we go over there, we run into situations that are stressful, frustrating, etc. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to try yourself out some delicious pear cider that isn't Martinelli's. Maybe it'll be from some other place. Maybe you'll hit me up in the comments and be like, hey, Brandon, I tried this pear cider from this other company. It's the bomb diggity. And I personally think that you need to review it. So then I'll go over there. I'll do a little research. I'll find out, what I can. Turns out it's only available in Trinidad. Well, how the fuck am I going to go over there and make that happen? Well, I'll tell you, folks, here's what we do. We go over there, we find ourselves some crazy rich investor to go over there and finance the show. That way, I can go over there and have like a little bit of a studio setting with some air conditioning and some not bullshit. And I can go over there and get paid an absurd amount of money to do this bullshit. And then, just retire at like the age of 40 and just play video games. I'll still probably do reviews. I'll just do them for free at that point. Or conversely, and far more realistically, like I said, at the time I'm doing this, fall's coming. It can't come fast enough, but we're getting there. And when that time comes, that's when the cider returns. Bye.